This channel is a proud member of the Disney Streamer Network.
Welcome aboard the Walt Disney World Monorail system.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
This monorail will be departing momentarily. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety, please remain behind the yellow line on the platform or behind the gates once you disembark the monorail.
Greetings, Disney adults and children of all ages. It is I, Sam Eagle. I am proud to share with you these insightful tips for enjoying the most patriotic day possible at this fine American institution we call Disneyland Resort. As you make your way into Disneyland Park, please do not rush. Take pause to admire its star-spangled banners. Enjoy a bit of popcorn, served in the most striking sculpture since Mount Rushmore. America the Beautiful indeed. Remember this patriotic day by purchasing a commemorative gift from a local merchant. When visiting Disney California Adventure Park, fly like an eagle through spacious skies as you go soaring across America. Marvel at the most majestic of American inventions. Fireworks. What? What do you mean Americans didn't invent fireworks? That's preposterous. Don't miss the Celebrate America Fireworks Spectacular. I hope you find these tips helpful and that you enjoy everything this magical place has to offer, but mostly the stuff honoring America.
Thank you very much there, Sam, for that report from Disneyland. Welcome to the Monorail Report for Thursday, July 2nd. I can't believe how fast this year is moving. It's ridiculous. So this has been a year already, and this is the 250th year of the U.S., as all of you know. And so we are celebrating the 250th here and all over, really. And so Sam covered what Disneyland is doing. And my family will not be doing Disney World this year, but that's okay. Normally we do something. It is actually Catherine and my anniversary on July 4th. So we try to celebrate somewhere. So we're going away this weekend, tomorrow night. So many of our friends will be out this weekend celebrating starting tomorrow. And so we're going to cover all the festivities for Disney World tonight to show you what you can expect for this weekend. Lots of stuff to cover, so we're going to get into it. I did just drop 5 gifted memberships. They went to Dave Pat, 65, Megan Elizabeth, 108, Imperial Remnant Podcast. Hey, he's been on the podcast before. Mike Desi, 105, and Caitlin Granby. So congratulations to all of you. You now get to use the free emojis. Good evening to Thithi Doreen, to Benjamin Elliott, Christy PH Disney, another streamer out there, and another Disney Streamer Network friend out there in the left coast. Wilson's in the world. Hello, good to see you. And Tiffany Smith. Hello, Jim. Good to see you. Thithi Doreen says, happy early anniversary to you and Catherine. Thank you. Same from Christy. Thank you very much. So if you are watching on the vertical and you want to watch the more full version, you can just click the logo of the channel and head over to the full version on the other side of YouTube there. Okay, so let's jump into some of the. So we're not going to do a regular news story tonight. I'll cover that next week. Probably going to do a Tuesday stream where we cover some more regular news. So I'll do that, but because we're going into the holiday weekend, I wanted to cover, excuse me, everything that's going on for this weekend. By the way, I'm wearing a hoodie. I don't normally wear a hoodie on the show, but I didn't dress down. I actually dressed up. This is my 4th of July hoodie. It's not really a hoodie. Shouldn't call it. It's more closer to a Spirit jersey, maybe a little thicker than a Spirit jersey. But I got this at Walmart. So, and this one just says USA and it has Mickey with the flag on it. The one I'm wearing Saturday is better. So we'll take some pictures and show you that. Actually, I'll probably be going live that night for the fireworks from where we're going to be. So I'll set that up. I haven't set that stream up yet, but I will probably set it up tonight. I saw David in here. David, hello. Good to see you. Magic Adventures. Notice a hoodie. Way too hot for long sleeves. Yeah, I tend to be very cold. So it's not too bad right now. And the air is obviously on. But yes, heat wave across the East Coast right now coming up this week. So everybody be prepared to stay safe for that. All right, let's jump into what's happening for this weekend. So obviously Disney's going to celebrate the 250th. I did not catch that. I might have to watch that tomorrow night. The special that they ran on ABC. Did any of you in chat watch that? Let me know what you thought of it. I will definitely catch that. I heard it was pretty good and showed a lot of what Disney thought of, how the country has come about. So we will see. Yes, cold is in temperature, not personality. Thank you. Yes. What happened to Corey didn't stream? Well, he's streaming tomorrow and Saturday. So he's flipped his Wednesday to Saturday this week for the holiday. So that's why he didn't stream. Okay, let's see. So first of all, Soaring Across America, we've had it here in Disney World for a little while. What do we get at the week of Memorial Day? And now today that opened at Disneyland. So I saw Amusement Park Pirates was out there this morning streaming it. So now both coasts have the version Soaring Across America. Again, no end date yet for Soaring Across America. I think it's going to be around for a while, probably through the end of the year. That's been my guess from the beginning. I would say at least through Labor Day is certainly expected, but I think it's going to be around longer. Titi Doreen said she recorded it. Yeah, I didn't record. I meant to record it and I didn't, but it is on Disney Plus now, so I'll watch it there. Disney World did send out a notification to their neighbors, letting them know that the U.S. Air Force Reserve's 920 Rescue Wing from Patrick Space Force Base is doing a flyover on July 4th. That'll take place at Magic Kingdom. Well, they'll fly over Cinderella Castle at Magic Kingdom around 10:30 on the 4th, and then Epcot shortly thereafter. So I do know that Thad, Theme Park Giant, has told the network that he will be catching it at Magic Kingdom that day. So certainly I know that we have one streamer there. I think we'll have some folks out at Epcot as well. So you should be able to see both of them. Christy says she thinks it'll be around for the rest of the summer, if not the year. Yeah. They might as well get some time out of the investment. Exactly. Yeah. So they dropped these PhotoPass magic shots today. Some of them were similar to what we had last year. I do like the one with Goofy and the fireworks. Then you have the shield there. Over at Hollywood Studios, you have a 250. You have Pluto dressed in red, white, and blue. Sam Eagle, of course, over in Epcot at the American Pavilion. And then you have the, they call it like Round the World, I think. It's what they call a Little World. Something like that. Over at Epcot with fireworks. So if you're in the parks and you have PhotoPass, make sure to take advantage of those. They will be around for the weekend, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Speaking of the weekend, Magic Kingdom, here are your park hours. So July 3rd, 8 to 11. July 4th, 8 until midnight, which we normally don't get at midnight outside of New Year's and July 4th, really, lately, is really the only time that we get a midnight closing. So if you're there this weekend, take advantage of that. And then July 5th is 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. So those are your park hours for Magic Kingdom this weekend. Of course, for Magic Kingdom, you do have the 360-degree fireworks celebration called Disney's Celebrate America 4th of July Concert in the Sky. That will be July 3rd and 4th at 9 p.m. But new this year is July 5th. So because it's the 250th this year, they've added another day. So it is 3rd, 4th, and 5th this year, all at 9 p.m. So I think that's pretty cool because that does give you another day. And typically Sundays are not terribly busy at Magic. So if you're there for an extended weekend, maybe you go see them on Sunday, or maybe you see them again. You know, you love them so much you get to see them twice. Most people don't get to see the 4th of July fireworks twice. You do have the flag retreat ceremony. Now this is daily, right? This happens every day at Magic Kingdom at 5 o'clock at the flagpole in Town Square. However, there is a special extended version happening on July 4th. So hopefully someone in the network will be there July 4th to take a look at that, because I think that would be pretty cool for somebody to catch the flag retreat ceremony on the DSN on July 4th. So Disney Starlight Parade will happen July 3rd and 5th. It will happen at 10 o'clock. So there's always a question about with Starlight, and I don't know why, it's been around for a year now, come July 20th. There's always been a question of whether they will have the parade happening with the special events like the Halloween parties and the Christmas parties. No, when those happen, they have their own parade, so they don't run Starlight. For the 4th, or the weekend of the 4th, you have special fireworks, not a special parade. So you do still get to see Starlight, Magic Kingdom, 10 o'clock on the 3rd and the 5th. But what's happening on the 4th? Well, the 4th, they're actually running it twice. So you get 10 o'clock and you get a midnight showing of the parade. So that's pretty cool because normally you don't get anything that late at Magic Kingdom outside of the Halloween parties, basically. Because you'll get at midnight for the Halloween parties, you get the stage show. All right, so over at Epcot, you have the Heartbeat of Freedom. This is the tag that's added on to Luminous of the Symphony of Us. So it starts, they have it posted at 9:15, which makes sense. Luminous starts at 9. This would be at 9:15. So make sure to, see Epcot fireworks, Luminous, and then it's immediate. It's like 5 seconds, if that, after Luminous ends, you get the Heartbeat of Freedom, which is, honestly, I mean, for me, I love Epcot. It's my favorite park, and so maybe that has something to do with this. But I like the 4th of July fireworks more at Epcot than I do at Magic. They shoot them off from the American Pavilion, so if you are standing near Port of Entry, you get a really good shot of what's happening in the middle, and then what's happening behind it over at the American Pavilion, right off the top there. So a lot of people want to be in America to watch the fireworks, which I get. But then if you're standing there, they're shooting off from behind you, so it's going to be hidden from the building. So, or hidden with the building. So I wouldn't stand there. So anyway, that is 3rd, 4th, and 5th, because this year, again, just like Magic, they're adding that extra day. So you're actually able to see the 4th of July fireworks on the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th this year. I would assume next year they go back to just the 3rd and 4th, as is typical. All right, so some other entertainment for the 4th of July. Don't miss the Voices of Liberty over in the American Pavilion. They're amazing what they do, especially if, in that rotunda, the harmonies are just incredible. You pick up, the acoustics in there are just amazing, and so you pick up much more than you do, if you're standing back, and the conductor of the Voices of Liberty will tell you, come closer, come, you want to sit here under the dome so that you can really feel it. So, Voices of Liberty performing this weekend over at American Pavilion. Also over at the American Pavilion is the Portraits of Courage exhibit. These are paintings done by former President George Bush. So make sure to take a look at that if you're in the parks. This will be extended. This is probably going to go through, I would say at least through the end of Cool Kid Summer, which would be the end of July. But they said it's been extended. So be sure to check that out if you can. Rod, they are absolutely incredible to listen to, Voices of Liberty. No question. Also, over at Disney Springs, they're getting in on the patriotic action. So they're going to have some decor, they said, and stuff like that. And you'll see some decor around the entire resort. But the U.S. Air Force Band of the West will be performing on the 3rd and the 4th over at the Waterside Stage in Disney Springs. They're also performing in Lakeland. So if you're a local, you might be able to catch them there as well. I added this one in because I think a lot of people forget about this one. And the Electric Water Pageant ends with a very patriotic moment, the finale of it. Kind of similar to how Main Street Electrical Parade used to, when that was around, how that ended with the huge Salute to America float. So I added that in. If you can make it to see it, absolutely go and see it. You can see it from any of the resorts. It basically stops at the resorts that are around the Seven Seas Lagoon, and you can see and hear it from the front entrance of Magic Kingdom. I'm trying to think of why we were able to catch it. It was one night we were over there, and I was able, or might have been the night I was trying to get to TTC, and I left kind of with the crowd, which I don't normally do. But I had to get back to TTC to catch my shuttle because I was staying off site. And their shuttle, the last shuttle, was at whatever time it was. So I had to leave, and I could see the electric water pageant. That was the first time I had seen it from Magic Kingdom that I can remember. I know that we saw it from Fort Wilderness area, but it makes a stop all along, Grand Flow and Contemporary. So if you can see it, make sure to check that out because it's really cool. It's a good tradition. All right, so Disney Store online also still has, I just checked before we started the show, they still have a good selection of Celebrating America or Americana merchandise. Some apparel, some decor, things like that. So make sure to check that out. There's still some available there. All right, so let's talk about some foods. So, Theta Durian says she enjoyed it. It's a cool attraction to do. Doesn't cost you any money, and you'd be able to see it. I will. Excuse me. Since we're talking about the monorail resorts, Contemporary, Poly, Fort Wilderness, Wilderness Lodge, and who did I miss? Grand Flow, Contemporary. All of those that are around Seven Seas Lagoon and close to Magic Kingdom. Please do not attempt to go there to watch these fireworks Thursday or Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You will not be let in unless you have a resort stay at that resort. Now, this is very different from the Disney Springs. This is very different from resort hopping, but those areas, they always shut them down when they start these holidays, 4th of July and New Year's, because they don't want just anybody coming in and taking space along the beach to watch the fireworks when they have paying resort guests there that want to watch the fireworks. So if you're not staying at these Seven Seas Lagoon resorts, don't even attempt to go there. Not even worth it. Purple Pleasure, hello, Mom. Sorry you come in. Okay, so 4th of July beignets. They're available at Port Orleans French Quarter, at Scat Cat's Club Cafe and Lounge. These specialty beignets are going to be cinnamon, sugar, dusted beignets with marshmallow sauce and apple pie filling. So a lot of the resorts are getting into some of the snacks here for the 4th of July. So here you have a 4th of July cake. This is at Contemporary over at Contempo Cafe. It's the quick serve on the 4th floor. This one's new for this year. So you have a strawberry and lemon mousse and confetti cake covered in a hard chocolate shell. Because I used to work for a grocery store, I tend to not like blue, black, and purple as a frosting color or an icing color, because they tend to be very bitter when you have a lot of it. That's the only thing I think. But anytime I see a dark frosting or icing color, that's the first thing I think of. But this one's probably not that way. It's probably fondant and it's not as bitter. All right, you also have, there's going to be a lot of strawberry shortcake. Just warning you folks now. So strawberry shortcake cupcake, vanilla sponge cake, strawberry filling, chantilly cream, and a white chocolate pinwheel. This is going to be at the Boardwalk over at Boardwalk Deli. So this I think would be pretty good. I'm a fan of strawberry shortcake. I might even buy one for this weekend. Here you have a Mickey cupcake with frosting. This is also a Beach Club over at Beach Club Marketplace. So pretty traditional, but it's decorated for 4th of July with some red, white, and blue sprinkles or jimmies, depending on what part of the country you're in, from what I know. And I guess his ears are chocolate wafers. This I thought was interesting. So there's a Hoop-Dee-Doo musical review mug that's available over at Fort Wilderness, where Hoop-Dee-Doo musical review is. This was in the food section of DisneyParksBlog.com, but it didn't say it came with anything. So I'm assuming it's just the mug. I don't know. So you also have the Star Spangled Shake. No picture of this one, but it's a berries and vanilla flavored milkshake with confetti cake, with a confetti cake ice pop, whipped cream, and a red, white, and blue star sprinkles. This will be over at Beach Club at Beaches and Cream Soda Shop. Beaches and Cream is a great place. That's where you get the big kitchen sink that, like, you got to have like 4 people to eat that thing. And if I remember correctly, I think it's a whole can of whipped cream. And it's a whole spectrum. If you've never seen that, take a look. Go search on YouTube and see if, well, I know people have posted about it. But check out social media for the kitchen sink over at Beach Club. That's pretty crazy over at Beaches and Cream. We went to have lunch at Beaches and Cream one day. I think it was a day we were leaving and we had a later flight, so we just kind of milled around the afternoon. And we went to Beaches and Cream, and we didn't get the kitchen sink, but there were probably 3 families that did while we were there. And so they make a whole spectacle. They turn lights on or they turn lights off. They get this flashing light, and the server comes out, and the cast member comes out and has to describe the whole thing to you. So it's pretty cool. All right, strawberry cheesecake. This is going to be over at Animal Kingdom Lodge over at the Mara. This is a vanilla bean cheesecake, strawberry coulis, and white chocolate collar. That is also going to be at Coronado over at Barcelona Lounge. So same item available at Coronado and Animal Kingdom Lodge. Told you another strawberry cake to the strawberry cake, strawberry cheesecake, strawberry shortcake. There's a lot of that. All right, here you have a pineapple cupcake. This one's over at Polynesian Village. Makes sense. Over at Kona Island and Captain Cook's, it's a vanilla cupcake, Dole Whip pineapple flavored cheesecake, and pineapple buttercream with white chocolate decor. Again, no picture of some of these. Hey, chocolate covered bacon. I like that they added that in here, and I'm assuming it's because it's bacon. Like, that's pretty American. So chocolate covered bacon. I don't think I've ever had chocolate covered bacon. How about you in chat? I've never had chocolate covered bacon. Love bacon, love chocolate. I don't think I've ever put the two together that I can remember. All right, here you have a Mickey cinnamon roll. Pretty standard cinnamon roll, shaped as Mickey with red, white, and blue icing. Available at all of these locations across the resort. So you see Boardwalk, Riviera, Coronado, Animal Kingdom Lodge, Fort Wilderness, Yacht Club, Beach Club, Contemporary, Saratoga, and Old Key West. You have the red, white, and blue cake pop. That's going to be available at Grand Flow, Wilderness Lodge, Riviera, Animal Kingdom Lodge, Fort Wilderness, Pop Century, Port Orleans, Riverside, Port Orleans, French Quarter, so both, Saratoga, Old Key West, All Star Music, Sports, and Movies, and Art of Animation, and Centertown Market. So you can get that in a lot of places. They must have bought quite a few of those. All right, we've seen this. This came out around the time that Soaring Across America started over at Epcot. You have the s'mores milkshake, toasted marshmallow, graham cracker, and a Soarin' hang glider. That's going to be over at Epcot over in Sunshine Seasons. All right, Sam Eagle, of course, he is the representative for the Muppets for all patriotic happenings. He's actually right there. You know, it's small on my camera right now, but he's up there. He's behind me. So he gets in with a Sam Eagle Star Spangled Shortcake. That's a vanilla cake with strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, whipped cream, star sprinkles, and a Sam Eagle chocolate coin. That's going to be over at Regal Eagle, if that makes sense, over in Epcot. Also over at Regal Eagle, you have the 1776, good name, blue raspberry, Sprite, and strawberry fruit juice filled pearls. This is a non-alcoholic drink available over at Regal Eagle in Epcot. Here over at Magic Kingdom, you're going to have a berry shortcake. This is a shortcake topped with mixed berries, whipped cream, and patriotic sprinkles. That's going to be at Columbia Harbor House, so that'll be available there. You have the red, white, and blue waffle. That's at Sleepy Hollow. If you know Sleepy Hollow, that's in Liberty Square. The famous for their oh my goodness, the waffle sandwich, chicken and something waffle sandwich. And then they have the fruit waffles also. I don't eat waffles, so it's fallen out of my head. But here you have the red, white, and blue waffle. That's a waffle topped with mixed berries, vanilla ice cream, whipped cream, and festive sprinkles. So I'm sure folks who know Sleepy Hollow for their waffles will certainly be digging into all of that. You have a red, white, and blue slushie over at Liberty Square Market. That is a frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry with Fanta Cherry, layered with whipped cream and topped with popping candies. So I don't know if any of you have Rita's near you. Rita's, what are they? Rita's Ices? Rita's Ice? I don't remember the exact name of them. We used to have a ton of them where I lived in Maryland, where I live here in North Carolina, and they've all kind of disappeared for the most part. But they would have Italian ice. I can't remember the name of it, but there's it's Italian ice with whipped topping, and those are so good. That's my favorite. That, or you mix it with vanilla ice cream. So that's kind of what this reminds me of. All right, you have a Red Velvet Riveter over at Hollywood Studios. This is going to be at Rosie's All-American Cafe. Red velvet cake with fudge filling topped with cream cheese icing, ginger streusel, star sprinkles, and a chocolate piece. So Hollywood Studios gets in on the action. They don't get any of the specialty. Man, what if the Muppets appeared over there, right? How cool would that be? Across from, or on Grand Avenue, across from what used to be the Muppet courtyard, right? If they did the, oh my goodness, the show that they used to do in Liberty Square with the Muppets. If they put that over in Hollywood Studios, then Hollywood Studios gets in on the patriotic action this weekend, that would be really cool. I don't think that's going to happen, but I just think it would be cool. Over at Magic Kingdom, you also have red, white, and blue funnel cake. So, there's a funnel cake spot in Epcot, but you also can get funnel cake over at Sleepy Hollow in Magic. So this will be a funnel cake topped with mixed berries, vanilla ice cream, whipped cream, and festive sprinkles. There's APP in chat. Just got back home from Disneyland. What did you think of Soarin'? I was watching, but I didn't see your thoughts on it. So let us know in chat what you thought of it. Mom says it's Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard. Thank you. No, that's a long name. All right, and then another one that we did not get a picture of. This is a 4th of July Mickey milkshake. I'm sorry. I'm thinking I must be thirsty. 4th of July Mickey milk chocolate ganache square. This is a classic creamy milk chocolate. This is going to be over at the Ganachery in Disney Springs. So plenty of food, plenty of activities, plenty of festivities. Let me also mention that at Magic Kingdom, it's not just the fireworks. Number one, you'll have a lot of people, right, wearing red, white, and blue and decorated, and their strollers have red, white, and blue lights, and the kids might have the glow sticks and stuff like that. So it's a little bit more festive, even from the guest perspective. But you also have DJ dance parties all over, including at the stage in front of the castle. And I just think it's really cool. If you've ever seen it, the castle projections are red, white, and blue with stars all over it. It's just really, really a very cool event. We've done it a couple times because, as I said, that's our anniversary. So sometimes we will go away, and of course we go to Disney a lot. So we've done that 2 years, maybe, or maybe 3. But if you get a chance to check that out, I know our streamers in the network will be checking that out for sure tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. So be sure to watch dsn.disneystreams.com. APP says he thought Soarin' was amazing, different from World and California, but different finale scene than Epcot. Did you got Epcot also, didn't you? In that version over there? So network's been very busy. We actually added 2 new channels to the network just this week, which is very cool that we were able to do that. We had some newer channels that have asked to join the network. The word is spreading. I mean, I'm out there. I go into chats a lot of times to find different channels. So here's one. So Main Street Voyager. So they have now joined the Disney Streamer Network. So they have 194 subscribers currently. They are a Disney World streamer. They cover all the parks. As you can see there, they've done, just in the last week or so, they've done Magic Kingdom, Fantasmic, or Hollywood Studios, and they've also done Epcot. So you have one more streamer out there to watch. They are primarily evenings, I believe. And then we also have Men of Main Street podcast. Their channel was added today. Or, excuse me, they were not added today. Main Street Voyager was added today. But you also have Men of Main Street Podcast. They were added earlier this week. They're another good channel, somewhat newer, right? 437 subscribers, pushing to get to 500 subscribers. So certainly on their way. I'm actually going to redirect to their stream tonight. I believe they are out in Magic tonight. So we're going to send you out there so you can check them out tonight. Any day leveled up. No matter what screen you watch, phone, tablet, or PC, enjoy full quality just like you're watching on YouTube. With Multiview, watch multiple streamers at once. Your magic, your way. And every minute you watch counts towards each streamer. They get full watch time credit. Plus, with the Park Companion app, you can keep up to date on all of the wait times and alerts. From rope drop to fireworks, don't miss a moment. Disney Streamer Network. Experience the magic your way. So that's a little preview. I wanted to show you this because I thought it was pretty interesting what one of our channels did. We have talked about the network is over a year old now, right? The DSN started June 4th of last year. Speaking of anniversaries, from my notes, today's actually the 1-year anniversary of the Monorail Report. So today was the first day that I did the Monorail Report last year. We have a Discord server for just the Disney Streamer Network where we talk about the where the creators are and where the moderators are. We can all be in that Discord and kind of talk about issues with tech or with streams or whatever. But what we talk about a lot is collaboration, and we talk about growing the community and growing your channel, growing the network, finding these new channels like I just mentioned, and how we can all improve. And we talk a lot about innovation. And I talked to Ken about this the other day. He called me because he was so excited that he did it. And they went out there and they did a live stream. And he happened to be with two friends who were also creators, vloggers, and decided that he wanted to try to do multi-camera fireworks. Now, I've done multi-angle fireworks on Living in Diz when I was producing there. Park Pass TV does it on a regular. They're doing it 4th of July, and they do a phenomenal job of it. Probably the best of anybody on YouTube that I know of in the Disney community. And so Kenny was going out there and he wanted to try it. And they did a bang up job. Here's what they got. Now, one interesting thing is that the night they picked, it had rained. I mean, it's summertime in Florida. They get a lot of rain. That night, the fireworks did go off, as you see, but they were in B mode, which doesn't really happen. It's the first time that I know of that I've seen Happily Ever After in B mode. So when I say B mode, they shot off the larger fireworks out from behind Magic Kingdom, but they didn't shoot the Fantasyland fireworks off. So there's fireworks that happen above Princess Fairy Tale Hall and then above PhilharMagic. And then there's also a few fireworks that they shoot off right at the castle. None of those went off. It was just the big ones in the very back. So had they had their A-mode fireworks, that would have been even more spectacular. But they did an absolute bang-up job with one camera close-up to get the projections on the castle, two different angles, one over from Tomorrowland, one over from in front of the castle, and where they were staged, where Neri was from Not So Scary Mary TV, had Tinkerbell flew, Tinkerbell would have been right over their heads. So I just love that there are channels, big and small, trying to innovate and deliver something totally different to all of you as the viewers. So kudos to them. I know they are probably live right now. If they haven't started, they're starting pretty soon, their weekly show, and they are recapping 4th of July festivities as well. So let's catch you up on some of our friends and see where we are at. Again, we still have Resort TV 1 leading the way at 215,000 subscribers. Park Pass TV past that 80,000 mark, now at 81,000. Berry Place 28 out there in Disneyland continuing to knock down those numbers. They're at 64.4. Pete, our good friend Pete McDevitt, he's probably live right now doing a baseball show. This guy just works all the time. He's probably in his studio 18 hours a day, if not more than that. He's knocking on the door of 60,000. Living in Diz over 20,000. You have Mouse Talk just under 30,000. Theme Park Giant out there in the mornings from Disney World just hit 16,000. Congratulations to Thad. Continues to work hard and just deliver a great show to everybody 5 days a week. Mouse Talk, Myers and the Mouse at 14,000 again. They've been able to get out there. Mama Mouse has been out there a lot more. She's been doing Saturday streams. She's been calling them rope drop till you drop. So she's been out there doing some marathon streams. Disney with Sean show out there early mornings, a 7 a.m.-ish. He has been talked about quite a bit on all the socials because they used him as the example that Disney was shutting down resort hopping. And no, look, he got stopped. You can no longer walk to any of the resorts. But that wasn't the case. There's always been a time rule where you can enter or you can't enter. So if you are just, somebody who's not staying at the Poly, they're not going to let you walk in at 4:30 in the morning. Not that he was there at 4:30, but I'm just saying. There's a time limit to when you can enter. Our own channel here, Park Broz at 10.1K. We'll be hitting 10.2 next time we go to Disney World. Jared Journeys, he's out there all the time, it seems like, and giving good variety from Disney World, Knott's Berry, Six Flags, Magic Mountain, all of them. Just under 9,000. Score Jason, who's been able to get back out to the parks recently, was watching his stream last night. He's at 7,300. You have Hang with Mark at just over 4,000. Doug at just over 4. Disney Magic and Mayhem, who's live from the parks right now, 4.4. Dutchyland over there in Disneyland Paris at 3.63. Magical Horizons, who was able to get back out to the parks. It was great to see him out at Disney Springs recently. All Aboard with Blake. I know he's going to be at the parks this weekend. He's over 2. Christy PH Disney, she's in the chat, and she's over in Disneyland. She's at 1.66 as of the time I pulled these numbers. Magic and the Murphys, 1.39. They were on our show a couple weeks ago. It's Me, David T, 1.1. One of our newest channels in the network, just over 1,000. She hit her 1,000 mark recently. Steph Wanders Disney. Murray's Adventures closing in on 1,000. And then you have Expedition Steve and In the Park Days closing in on 1,000 also. I think In the Park Days is live right now. Tony O'Towers doing at 677. Grand and Miraculous, he's got an episode tomorrow you don't want to miss. They're going to be talking about Hall of Presidents with his dad, who was an Imagineer. So make sure to check that out. Pile Adventures, you saw him in the chat. He's at 447. And then you have one of our newer channels, Men of Main Street Podcast. They've already picked up 8 since they joined the network a few days ago. The 927, as I talked about earlier. Main Street Voyager. You see Debbie Loves Disney. And Wilson's in the World, who was in the chat earlier today. So plenty of friends out there to watch all of your Disney streams. I'm going to pull up real quickly the schedule for this coming weekend, just to give you an idea of what to expect. If you are sitting at home and you want to watch Disney fireworks this weekend, and I'm talking about Friday, Saturday, and Sunday now, since we have the 5th being added into this, you're going to want to watch the Disney Streamer Network. Let me see if I can pull in this just to give you an idea of what we have. Let's see. Okay, we should be back. Let me just check if we are back. Okay, we should be back. All right, other than my camera for some reason. So very full day for us tomorrow and Saturday, Sunday. So make sure that you are checking out dsn.disneystreams.com, because we've got plenty of streamers that are waiting to show you all the angles. In fact, one of them today we were talking, and we were talking about doing multiple angle and us working together to do that. And so that's something that we're working on. Hopefully in September or so, we're going to have a big stream because we have the Starlight Foundation that we are raising money for. And so when that happens, we want to do like a telethon, like if you remember the old Jerry Lewis MDA Labor Day telethon. We want to kind of end on that kind of a note. So that's what we kind of hope. So if you're not familiar with Starlight, here's why we do that.
Happy kids heal faster. That's why Starlight Children's Foundation is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids, regardless of their illness or injury. When a child is hospitalized, the happiness of childhood feels out of reach. But that's where Starlight comes in. We provide entertainment through our gaming stations, comfort with our specially designed hospital gowns, play with our toy deliveries, and distraction through our virtual reality headsets. Starlight programs are what happiness is made of. The things that make being a kid special. The simple power of a smile, delivered to over 800 hospitals across the country, can make a lifetime of difference for sick kids. Learn more at starlight.org.
So that's why we do what we do, and we've put together DSN Magic Makers, which is the fundraising arm of the DSN, and you'll see a few channels already out there: Pete McDevitt Show, using Park Pirates, Magic Adventures, Park Broz, and I feel like I'm forgetting one. But we've already started raising money for that. Every one of the channels will participate towards the team total. So very much looking forward to seeing what we can do in our inaugural year of the DSN Magic Makers. And Magic Adventures has already jumped out in front. I believe they have $131 already donated towards the Starlight Foundation. So make sure to support each of these channels as they try to support these kids that are sick in hospitals. All right, so as I mentioned, full weekend this weekend. Do not turn away from the DSN. Morning, noon, and night. Plenty going on. There's so much that I have to pull them all together to make I make a reel or a short, if you know that, to post about each of the next day's streams. So I have to pull in each of their thumbnails and create a reel from those. So normally it's like somewhere between 9 and 12 probably on any given day. I'm pretty sure Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to have to find different templates to use because there's going to be so many going on at one time. So there's Monk's Disney Strolls. Oh, you're welcome. Magic Adventures says thank you for all you do. Yeah, no, you're very welcome. I also want to thank you for your $5 super chat that said thank you, Lawrence. You're very welcome. And a $4.99 super chat from Purple Pleasure that says happy 250th birthday to America. Yeah, it's going to be a good weekend. We will personally be streaming some fireworks that night. And I think where we are, they go off at like 9:30. So if you see us on the DSN, you wouldn't be missing Epcot or Magic because we'll be right in the middle. So that'll be a cool thing to see some fireworks. I also know that Pete is covering his local fireworks up in Baltimore, so that'll be streamed on the network as well. Disney Adult Rod says happy anniversary to the Monorail Report. Yes, thank you. I thought somebody else said that as well. Yeah, it's been a year. Oh, Dianca. Yeah, it's been a year since we started doing the Monorail Report. I think it's grown. I think we've done a couple different things. I've certainly gotten more used to breaking things, apparently. But those things happen, right? But we're also continuing to evolve, and we'll change the format a little bit. You'll see some interviews as well. Some of our channels will come on. Maybe when we have a new channel, maybe we'll get them to come on and talk to them a little bit about themselves. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Oh, Magic Adventures is doing their local fireworks too. Very, very good. You know, listen, I know that Disney Streamer Network, it should be about Disney, right? But we also have people that go to Universal and SeaWorld and Busch Gardens and Cape Canaveral and other local places. And I've done New Year's Eve fireworks from Raleigh, and I've done the Caribbean Day Parade from Raleigh. I think it's okay to branch out and do some different things sometimes and show people that there's things locally that they can do. So I'm all for that. Rod says you're my go-to guy for all things Disney breaking news. Well, thank you. Yeah, see, breaking. I'm good at breaking. Listen, there was a lot of news that we will cover next Tuesday. I'm going to do a Tuesday show since we're not doing the podcast next week. We're going to do a Tuesday and a Thursday Monorail Report next week. We've got a lot of clickbait news to talk about, so we're gonna dig into all of that. I've been sharing some of that on the Discord, and the creators are enjoying it, and they're sharing stuff that they find So we'll have a little fun with that next week. We'll talk about all the news. There's a new evening ticket at Disneyland. We'll talk about that. The final few weeks of Cool Kids Summer. We also have food booths in Epcot being set up. So we know we're getting close to Food and Wine Festival. And D23 is just a few weeks away. So we're starting to get a little drips and drabs of news there. I'll give you one little quick clickbait news and then we're out of here. I saw Inside the Magic today say that Tropical Americas sees a major delay. Now, Tropical Americas is supposed to open up next year. And I still believe it's going to open up next year. What they're seeing is the fact that there are permits that were extended into the summer of next year. Well, who cares? Who cares? That is an entire land that they are going to get done by sometime in 2027. I'm personally okay with that because I thought we wouldn't see Tropical Americas until probably 28 or 29. Okay? So I'm okay with it taking till the summer of 2027. Disney has not said a date. They haven't even said a range. Right? So let's ease up. Let's level set ourselves and our expectations and understand that major delay was probably just a week or, a couple weeks from what the original permit said. Anybody that knows construction knows you set a permit, a building permit for a certain time, and you might have to extend it. You didn't extend it by decades, you extended it by weeks. Let's relax. So, all I'm saying is, like I say every week when we talk about clickbait, make sure to check your sources. I will tell you who not to trust. Inside the Magic, Disney Fanatic, How to Disney, Disney Dining, and Disney Tips. Those 5 are all one company, and I swear they're all run by AI, and all they did was put in the prompt and say, find me a Disney news story and make it the most terrible headline that is opposite of the actual story. That's what I think they used as their ChatGPT prompt. So there's nothing wrong with using AI, but you can't set your entire company as AI if you're going to be a creator. That's all I'm saying. So thank you all very much for watching. Appreciate you all being here. Make sure to be safe this weekend. If you're going to drink, don't drive. I know here in North Carolina, the entire state just about is facing a drought. It is very dry conditions. Fireworks are not allowed here anyway, but they are, and they're legal in South Carolina. And we know that plenty of people go to South Carolina and buy fireworks and bring them back here. I just ask that you be smart about how you celebrate this weekend. Don't get hurt. Don't get into trouble. Don't hurt others. Just do the right thing as you're out there. Go out there and celebrate. Let's celebrate as a country, and maybe not this side and that side. Maybe as one, we celebrate, what we've been through and what we've come, how we've come out on the other side of that. Score Jason, somebody in chat wanted him to stream Hall of Presidents last night, and he ended up not getting a chance to do it because of time, but he's apprehensive, and rightly so. There are many streamers that are apprehensive about streaming Hall of Presidents, and I think it's a shame that we're at that point, because I think that Hall of Presidents is a beautiful memorial to the last 250 years of this country and what we've gone through. I would also urge you to go watch the American Adventure in Epcot, which is another brilliant show. all animatronics. But just, if you see a streamer doing Hall of Presidents, I would expect all of you to be very reverent, and just lead the chat that way. Take the show for what it's worth, leave the politics out of it, and realize that, we've gone through a lot together. And I think that that's the important part of that show. So go out there, make somebody smile, go have a good weekend, enjoy all the festivities, whether you're local, whether you're going to Disney, Disney World, Disneyland, wherever you are. Enjoy the weekend, be safe, so that we can see you back here next time. So we will be live Saturday night from a location soon to be announced. And then we'll be live on the Monorail Report on Tuesday and Thursday. So next week, again, 2 more shows next week. All right, folks, we will see you later. Have a great night. Happy 4th of July, everybody.
This monorail will be departing momentarily. Thank you.